What's up, Hellraisers? Welcome back to yet again another video. Welcome to my first ever book review. Oh man, I finally finished this book last night, and I had to make sure that I write everything down before I get on the camera. And yes, of course, I was taking notes while I was reading the book, of course, but I wanted to make sure that my opinion was final with this book. And honestly, this is one of the most, I wouldn't say the most unique book I've read, but it is a book that I've read that kept me engaging over and over and over. We're gonna talk about all the pros, all the cons, all the hits, all the myths in this book, and we're gonna get down to all the good, the bad, and the ugly. But before I do all of that, let me give you a little bit of plot of what this book is about. This book tells a story about a married couple who are two engineers, and they have this robot named William, and things turn bizarre when William, the robot, start acting a little different, start acting a little weird around the house. And they have to do everything in their power to put William down once and for all. And no matter what they do, William will not shut down. I'm going to put the original plot of the book right here, but I just wanted to, give it my own little spin. And honestly, this book, there's a lot of hate with this book, a lot of hate. And honestly, I don't see it. Like I said, I don't see the hate. But we're going to talk about all the things that we actually do like about this book. So with all that being said, let's dive in. So to kick things off with my first pro with the book, William, this book, I love how well written it is. Yeah, there's a lot of moments where it feels a little drag, at times. I'm pretty sure that's for almost every book, right? But yeah, this book is very well written. The writer of the book is Mason Coile or something like that. I think he did such a fantastic job at what he wants you to know, and the stuff that, like how he write it, it seems to be very intriguing, a little bit different from most writers that I'm familiar with. And honestly, I admire his writing. I want more books, and I am going to buy more books. But he don't have a lot of books out because the writer actually died in real life last year, so rest in peace. But honestly, I love his writing. I think his writing is very unique for what he tried to tell us. And another pro for me would have to be the Halloween vibe. So the book takes place on Halloween Day. And what better way to set the tone, to set the atmosphere of the book. And there is a lot, and I'm talking about a lot of Halloween vibes throughout this entire book. I was so invested. I probably should have waited to read this book in October, right? But still, it is just so atmosphere. I can't even say the word. It is so atmosphere, and I love this book for that. Throughout the entire book, the writer talks about like the Frankenstein, and talking about how all like the kids are running around dressed up as different monsters. And I mean, I just love it. And I love how he, it's very detailed how he talks about it. And another pro for me would have to be Williams himself. I think, now, I have to state this. When I saw other people talk about this book, they said that Williams was not creepy. It was nothing eerie about him. I completely disagree. The way the writer wrote Williams, I think, is absolutely creepy. And yeah, and a lot of reviewers said that he was, they don't know if he was meant to be campy and cheesy. He was. Read the book. Pay attention. Listen to what you're reading. Williams was supposed to be campy and cheesy and cringy. And I think the writer nailed every aspect of what William was supposed to be. They were comparing it to the movie Megan, but I don't really compare it to that. I say Megan is better. Megan is a better AI movie, but this to me worked just as much as I like the first Megan movie. But yeah, William was definitely creepy. Not knowing if William was around, not knowing if he was watching, not knowing if he was there, not knowing if he was going to come up behind our protagonist in the book. But yeah, I think William was definitely creepy. And another pro for me, I would have to say, and I already spoiled it, but the atmosphere. The atmosphere in this book, especially that bathroom scene, yeah, a freaking cinematic masterpiece. If anything that you're going to take from this book is that bathroom scene. I'm not gonna spoil it, no spoiler here, but honestly, the bathroom scene is a freaking cinematic masterpiece. I would love to see this in the movie and to see the atmosphere of that bathroom scene. And another pro for me would have to be like the 2/3 of the book, like going towards the climax. This has to be one of the most craziest ending I've seen in a long time. And yes, I did predict that ending was about to happen. And it made me love the book even more. And when you read, when you read the ending of the book, you'll be like, some people might not see it coming, but you'll be like, mind blown. I did not see that coming. Okay, now let's talk about all my cons. So we got Henry, which is the husband. We got Lily, who is the wife. We got Paige, who is Lily's best friend / co-worker. And then we have David, who is also Lily's friend / co-worker. So the reason I'm bringing the names up individually is because David, I would say he was fine. I didn't mind his character. Henry was a bit of a roller coaster, emotional type character, but also a symptomatic character, also a problematic character. Lily was very basic, but her character got better towards the end. But my first con, I would have to say, is Paige. Now, a lot of people might not understand what I'm about to say, and they might think that I'm being too hypocritical. I am not. I don't like Paige's character. I think that Paige's character is one of, if not, one of the worst characters I have ever read in a book. Ever. I have never despised the character in the book this much as Paige. Paige kind of have this little mean girl persona about her. Y'all remember the movie Mean Girls with Lindsay Lohan? Well, yeah, Paige feels like she came from that universe in that movie. I don't like Paige. Almost everything that comes out of Paige's mouth is like an exclamation point, like she's yelling, she's screaming, she's like...
That is so fetch. Gretchen, stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen.
Filing back at people, screaming, and it's like she's trying to be an edgy, over-the-top teenager, and I don't know what the writer himself, I don't know what Mason himself was trying to convey with her character, but I just did not enjoy Paige in this book whatsoever. She was so annoying. Everything about Paige was just so annoying. Another thing I did not like about Paige's character is that she never truly developed. She she act like a teenager. She never wanted to fully help out the situation that they were in, no spoiler. But it's like every time there was like an intense moment, she just always maintained that mean girl persona as if things this is stuff that she do on a consistent basis. She probably does, but I did not like her character whatsoever. And another con for me about this book, I would have to say, not knowing that William can do particular things in the house, even though he was AI. For example, there was a moment in the book where William would do stuff with the light, or he'd turn off the TV of some kind, and then Henry would be like, "How did you do that?" And I'm looking you created him with the same part that it created with the house. The house is also made out of, robot parts. They basically have a smart house. And so Henry was saying to William, how did you do that? Dude, you created him with the same part that's in the house. It just kind of felt a little off-putting to me. But, I'm looking how would you not know that he can do that? He created with computer parts. But I don't know. I'm guessing it was supposed to be creepy, but it wasn't creepy at all. But it was just something that I'm looking really, I'm reading the book dude, he's freaking AI. He's a robot. Duh, he can do that. But my overall thought is that William by Mason Code gets a 5-star. This is a 5-star book. Do I recommend this book? Of course I do. All the hate for this book is absolute ridiculous. And like I said, people are entitled to their opinion. I'm not bashing them for it, but I just think that the hate needs to calm down a little bit. It's not that bad. I've read bad books, trust me. So, if you want to get in touch with your boy, social media link will be in the description down below. And I hope to catch you Hellraisers in my next video. But before I let you go, make sure you consider dropping a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that bell notification. That way when I drop another video for the channel, you'll be the first ones to get it.